I'd change the whole racing program, because as it is, racing is monopolised by the bookmakers.
Oi, 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 oi.
Look at you, you look dead smart. And which horse is this?
This is Dancing Gemini.
Dancing Gemini.
Oh boy.
How long you worked in racing?
Nearly feels like a lifetime, even though it is. Yeah, now it's coming up 40 years.
40?
Yeah.
Way of life.
I wish I'd gone to school. Sometimes it can be a long day, especially say if you're going racing at night and you're not getting, say if you're in an evening meeting, like say somewhere like Chelmsford at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, you're not getting back till after 12 o'clock and then just back into routine again the next day, so it is what it is.
If there was one thing you could change about, if anyone was listening to this and you could change one thing for racing to improve for staff, what would it be?
I'd change the whole racing program, because as it is, racing is monopolised by the bookmakers. Prize money is very bad, because there's too much racing, and yeah, you have to have races for the lower quality horses, but same token, if they had a better structure of racing, there might not be the issue with staffing problems as it is at the moment. I'd say, you know, young people are coming in and, well, they're going out with it as quick as they come into it, because they think, hold on a minute, I can get a Monday to Friday job for more money instead of working 7 days a week. You know, so it's an awful lot to be thought about. I just think personally there's too much racing on, and then you got this Sunday twilight fixture, evening race on the Sunday. Come on, I say it's farcical. Like say you never hear anybody involved in asking the lads what their opinion is.
Yeah.
The way they look at it is, if the lads and just get on with it, because the trainers have put their horses there anyway, so who gives a fiddles about the lads? They say, oh, we give you this incentive of £150 all days. Like everything else, it doesn't last.
No one pays the bills around here, do they?
You're as bad as my dad, he's
Well,
terrible for that.
save the environment, save my pocket. It's daylight, turn the bloody light off. Okay, jog 'em on, guys. Next time, Libya. Oi, 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 oi. Oi. Now you go fishers, you do what you did with Pat the other day. We got the long, and then you just come and creep up sides Pat. When you get inside the rails, you're fishers. Pat got the long, and Hattie would do what she did the other day. Come out and creep upside you. Just you judge your pace, Pat.
You seem quite excited about the work Max done on Saturday.
Yeah, no, it was a nice piece. Best I've seen him go so far. So, yeah, no, I think we're getting there, slowly but surely. Yeah, no, it was a nice piece. Murky old morning today. Not going to see much this morning, are we? I can't see it the best of times. Never mind in this.
You can't ever get fed up of seeing this, can you?
Can't see nothing.
You know, I mean, watching horses gallop.
I don't know, Matt. Some of them don't gallop. I think it's an iceberg. Yeah, this is. Yeah, he doesn't seem to act on this gallop like he I think he prefers the other gallop at Kingsdown. He must prefer the surface. He doesn't really let himself down on this gallop. Yeah, I think when you ask him to quicken on this, I think he's just holding back a little bit. But the other side,
What would be the difference in the surface?
quite well. This is totally different. This is quite a holding gallop, like a claggy sort of thing. Where the other surface is just more cushion in it, I think, and obviously a little bit steeper hill as well. And he probably, because of his action, he probably appreciates that where the hill takes the sting out of the ground. This is, even though there is an incline here, it wouldn't be the same as Kingsdown, and he just looks like he's not as comfortable this side as he is the other side. So. Plus the fact that obviously he's trying to find his fitness, and he did a little bit, a nice piece on Saturday. Sometimes it takes their toll, because it knocks them back a little bit, because obviously they put a lot of effort in to work well, and then when they haven't found their full fitness, they just struggle a bit next time. So that's where we got to find out where we are with him, to be fair. So it's all part of it, getting him fit and getting him ready. But I think looking at him, he's definitely moves better that other side. The hill takes the sting out of the ground a bit, and he's just, I think, being a big horse, he hits the ground hard. He's probably just not as comfortable on this surface as the other one. But there, live and learn. I think he's happier over the other side, isn't he? Yeah, I just saying to you, he just doesn't look like he lets himself down fully on this. Yeah, because he got that bit more incline as well. Yeah, I think he's happier over there, isn't he? No, he went all right. Like, we're getting there, aren't we?
I think also kind of what it tells us, what we already know, that when he does race, cutting the ground is quite important to him, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, he's a horse that appreciates a bit of give, and it's like most jumpers, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not flat horses. They need that little bit of kindness in the ground. Certain horses do like top of the ground jumping. Obviously, some are jumpers and that. But he's a horse with that action. He's got that rounded action that tells you he wants give. So no, we're all right. We're good.
Yeah, I was very happy with him. Like I say, that gallop now, it rides quicker than what Kingsdown is, and like I say, where Kingsdown it's more of a give in it and more of a climb, and he goes much better up Kingsdown than he would there now in the long. Like I say, it's two different surfaces, and just rides that a little bit quicker.
Saturday, and Roger was quite excited. He did quite a good bit of work on Saturday.
Oh, it was very good. It's the best now he's done since he came in, and I'd have it on par as some of the best pieces they did last year. Like he quickened up really well and kept quickening, and by Roger, he's still quickening away and galloping straight to the top. So.
Courtney, what's that you've got there?
So it's just to help clear the airways, so it'll help.
So they call it a nebulizer?
Yeah, so Gem runs on Saturday, so it'll just clear his airway a bit better for him for when he runs. He's quite a congested horse when he wants to be, so this just helps out.
So I guess, for people to understand that, it'd be like if we had a cold and we put our head on a bucket of water and put a towel over the top.
Yeah,
it just helps clear,
It clears it a lot better.
Oh, this is great. So, look at you. You look dead smart. And which horse is this?
This is Dancing Gemini.
Dancing Gemini.
Yeah, he runs in the Group 1 at Champions Day on Saturday. So, and then all it does, is there's a lot of air and.
And I imagine they would find this enjoyable. Look at his ears
his ears
flicking backwards and forwards. That they really enjoy this.
Yeah, normally, I'll tie him up now and then I'll brush him off whilst he's doing it. So, yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, it must be very nice for him.
I can see it is. You can see this the way he flicks his ears backwards and forwards. I can see in his eye. He loves it.
So chilled out.
Phil, can I have a go? You look how chilled he looks in that.
Yeah. Well, so he doesn't mind at all. As long as he's getting scratches.
And how about yourself? I hear that you're moving over. You're going to Australia.
So, yeah, I'm going in 3 weeks' time, basically.
And that's to ride?
So I probably won't be race riding, but it's just to get more track experience.
Yeah.
So when I get back, then I'll just be a bit more switched on for when Roger gives me rides on the track.
Yeah.
Help me for horses and places better and timing bits of work a bit better. So yeah, it's more for experience, and I've managed to get a nice little job over there.
So it's all about you're just trying to better yourself,
yeah,
basically.
Yeah. So whilst it's cold and probably not many rides for myself, it'll just I may as well go in the sunshine and sort out the track work and hopefully get a little bit more experience over there, which we can't really get it over here because we're not on the track every day. So
Yeah, that must be tough because
yeah,
I know from speaking to jockeys, you know, their fitness regime, and
you've
there's
got to be doing it every day.
and there's it's like any sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing it every day, there's nothing's going to substitute for race riding.
Exactly.
No matter how much you really do in the gym or.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can come back a lot better and a lot more improved for Roger, which would be great. And then hopefully we can kickstart my journey properly.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds brilliant, and it's great that you kind of can see that.
Yeah. But it's a great opportunity, and I think I've been very lucky with the job I've picked up over there. So I'm going to Gabe Waterhouse, but she's top female trainer over there. She's won a lot of Melbourne Cups. So hopefully she can take me along on the journey.
And are you going to Ascot on Saturday with this fella?
Hopefully, yeah. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I'd love to anyway. So yeah, it'd be.
He must be a joy to ride.
Oh, he's so nice.
He's telling you off here, Connie. He said, "Do you mind? I'm trying to enjoy this treatment."
He hates his head being brushed. That's the one thing you don't like. But he loves his eyes being rubbed. That's his one thing he does enjoy.
Ah, lovely.
Hiya. Are you happy for me to run him on this ground, or it's soft, heavy? I mean, he worked on the soft last week, and he was all right on the soft, but heavy's obviously a little bit different. It is bright, and it might dry back a bit if they think I haven't seen the forecast, but yeah. Well, if he doesn't, yeah, you know, like I say, but he might act on it, you know. Like I say, he worked nicely on the grass the other day, but okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was thinking Willie Carson. He's good round there. Yeah. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
And what's this, declarations?
Yeah, got a 2-year-old first time out. Obviously, the ground this time of year has gone against us, but he worked the other day on the grass, and he worked nicely on it, but it wouldn't be what you call heavy ground like Brighton's going to be on Thursday. So, but I think, you know, they've all got to go on it. It's his first run, so you never know what to do for the best sometimes.
So who would usually, you know, as your experience of working with lots of owners, you know, do they put that responsibility onto you, or is that one you put onto them?
I always like to check that they're happy, you know, because sometimes it's trial and error. If you don't try, you don't know. So people have to be happy and just say, like, you know, there's a chance that, you know, he might not act on it, but, you know, as long as everyone's goes in with their eyes wide open, you know, but you have to try these things sometimes because he might relish it, and if you don't try, you don't know.
And when it comes to, you know, you mentioned a jockey there to obviously book. So what's the procedure now for you trying to get that jockey?
Well, I've already had a text off his agent, probably right here, right on cue, and bear with me.
So technology again is really doing you in.
I don't know this bloody phone. Good morning, Roger. Have Carson Brighton, please.
So the jockey's agents would make themselves aware to you that they have jockeys available, or jockeys they would like to ride that horse?
Yeah, if they're good at their job. See, a jockey's agent has to be on the ball. My deal was just seen, I've just declared that horse with no jockey. So he's straight on to me.
Right, so that's how it works.
So they've got to be. This is where their jockey's agents got to earn their dough. Willie rides for us, and you know he's good on a horse first time out, and he rides Brighton well because it's a trappy little track. So you want a jockey that's familiar with the track. Neil has shown interest in riding him. You know, been inquiring for a few days, but I didn't know what to do with the forecast that we were definitely going to run, so I didn't commit. So that's what I said. I wanted to see what today's going update was before we declared him, and then obviously check with Charlie that he was happy for me to declare him. He was, so yeah. And now, you know,
and it's in everyone's interest. It's in the agent's interest to get the ride for the jockey because, of course, they're getting a percentage.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they've got to earn their living, so you know, and the jockeys paying them to do their job. So yeah, that's what it was all about. So yeah, no, so you know, there's not many jocked up, as you can see. This hasn't declared yet. Richard Hughes' horse hasn't declared yet, but there's lots of blanks, so these probably won't be running unless they were doing like me, just checking with owners and whatever.
Cup of tea?
Cup of tea.
Well, at least you said yes this week. Last week it was a no.
I didn't say you.
Best cup of tea in Lambourne. How long are you at the sales for?
I didn't even know we had someone coming.